traders, and welcome on this lovely Tuesday, the 16th. We are literally almost about a week and 2 days away from Christmas, and a couple of big news came out. We had the jobs reports came in where they had 67,000, something like that. Wasn't that crazy? Market's down about 62. It looks like that kind of a day. Yesterday, we had the same thing with the Dow. We had a nice push back off. But we're getting a nice little push on the RZY, the RZLV. Who here got a piece of it? I think we got a bunch of you guys trading it this morning. What a great runner from 8 o'clock this morning. Even if you came in around 8:30 and chased it at 270, doing pretty well. Kathleen, you got a little piece of it? Nabil, John. All right, like we said, early bird gets the, gets the stock, right? All right, in the meantime, a couple of things going on. There was a couple of good stocks that we traded yesterday. I want to talk about them. I'm still long and short. My big short right here is this one right here, the AVGO. So you know what? That stock I shorted pretty late. Was a couple of days, was when they came out with the earnings the day after. But that thing has just been doing absolutely fabulous on the short. Really, really good. And I only shorted 100 shares. So where did I get the short off? I got the short off at I forgot where it's got to be at least $3. Yeah, it's about $23 on the short on that one. So that one's doing pretty well. This one also come up a little bit, and I'm holding the Posh. I might get out of it. I might sell silver. After seeing this little drop on here we had from yesterday, it came back a little bit, but the problem being a day trader, I say this all the time, we're just too damn conservative. I don't trust anything at all. Okay. USAR, I sold it, and thank God I got out of it. I got out of it yesterday, right around the 10 o'clock price when it started coming down a lot. So I had a good profit, but you know what? It's nice selling at 16 and only here at 1480. The other bad thing is, I don't know what happened with StubHub. StubHub did phenomenal. We will get right up to that 15 number, and she just came crashing down. Now, did everyone watch the video I posted on YouTube? I want to bring that up again. Hold on one second. Let me get that video. And it was also on Instagram and TikTok, and I got to get a shorter version of my videos here. There we go. How do I go to my channel, view your channel? There we go. Click on the short. Yeah, so I did this one right here it actually did pretty decently on World Cup. So I was holding shares are trading lower after the citizen downgraded the stock to a market outperform. Oh, is that what ended up happening? Okay. So what's great about that, Josh? Well, it was good at one point. It was bad. And the other thing was back in the old day, NASDAQ website where I could tell you how to get NASDAQ book viewer, they had a field there where you could have found out which brokerage firm trade the most shares in that stock. And then they got rid of it. It actually was in my book. But it doesn't help now because on level 2, market makers don't show where they're buying and selling it. That was the old style. But yeah, if you guys get to watch it, it's a pretty good 20-second video. I kind of go through really quick, telling you what stocks are basically the 3 stocks to watch. I talked about StubHub, and I was showing you, look at these prices, 47,000, 48,000. I also talked about DraftKings, and I also talked about Nike. So those are really going to be 2 big stocks. I think you guys should be keep an eye on it. And if you haven't watched the video yet, once again, here's the link for you guys to get there and watch it on the YouTube. All right. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and share it and leave a comment. All right. So let's go over a couple of stocks that we traded yesterday because it seemed like it really picked up and then it died off. And I expect this probably is going to happen going into the next year. So think of this as like the thick of summer, and there's not that much volume, that much stocks, but there are a couple of stocks that did make some moves. ARTV was one of them from yesterday, did really, really well. Here's a stock at 9:30, started right around $4, ran all the way up. And listen, we're done at 10:30, right? So at that time, it was already at $5, but the thing ran to $7. That was a pretty good moving stock. Tesla moved really well. And I think I told you this before. I told you yesterday. I think it's a sell right now because we got close to that resistance levels right here, and we've been playing this story over and over again. And you know what? It's a triple top. If it consolidates, listen, we change, things change. But right now, you know what I mean? Like, listen, it's okay to take a profit, when it comes to something like that, because, this time when it was over here in November and it dropped all the way down to 470 points, it's a big drop. And I know a lot of you are trading TSLL, and at 15 was a good buy. And you're at 21, 1,000 shares, $6, 6,000. I mean, it's a lot of money, guys. Remember, you didn't make any money until you sell the stock. Always remember that. Revvion had a pretty good, nice little move a couple of days. She did back off a little bit. BMNZ was also a pretty nice moving stock yesterday. I thought this was probably the nicest one yesterday from 9:30, just ran from 16 all the way up to a beautiful 19. It was a really nice, comfortable move. And the MSTZ, which was also a really nice move at 9:30, just really nice trend, not too many shakes. 13.30 all the way to about $15. Nice move. And yes, we did have a couple of shorts, MSTR. And let me tell you, I am so thankful I got out of that stock, but I'm now considering it might be a good buy now, okay? Because if you look right here, let me bring up the long-term chart, a lot of support levels. It's not a great support level, but it did have 155 and it did go back up. You don't got to trade MSTR. You could trade MSTU, which is the cheaper version of it. I had the stock in the reverse stock split right here, and I'm going to put it on the watch list, MSTU. The reason I know that Josh is going to tell you, and we all feel the same way, Bitcoin, this all relates off Bitcoin. So I'm going to bring Bitcoin over here on the left. You can see where it's trading at in the market. It's trading around 86. I think, we got some big buyers here around 85. So we're not that far away. All right. We're not that far away from it. But keep an eye on it. So you have MSTU, MSTR. So hopefully everybody knows the difference by putting it on there. What else was pretty good on the shorts? BMNR. BMNR was a nice short yesterday, 25 to 31. The short that I have been holding, it turned into a day trade, which now turned into a swing trade, was the AVGO. That one is doing pretty well. I'm still holding the short. I might cover here, though. Okay, I'm right at that support, which is the game plan. I'm thinking, listen, you can't be a pig. All right, you cannot be a pig. You can't be when you make 34 points on a short. You know what I mean? Like, and you're at support levels. Yeah, if it could break this, then the thing will definitely drop. But I could always short it again. All right. So AVGO is going on the watch list too. What else we had? We had a couple of other good shorts yesterday that did pretty well. Coin did really well because of Bitcoin. APLD was a good short yesterday, 28 down to 23. ASTS, that stock had a great rally and it's been going down a lot. That stock's been a good short too. And the RKLB, another really nice short too. And it probably still looked like it's still going lower. So I'm going to put that on the watch list too. RKLB. All right. So that's what we had from yesterday. Let's talking about too. Yes, Michael is also saying Irene. Yeah, Irene also took a really nice hit yesterday. Thanks for sharing that. From 40 all the way down to 35. The stock had such a great run up from the summer. 25 all the way to 75, and now you can see it's coming down. So listen, it's all about, like I said, day trading. Day trading turns into a swing trade, then turns to an investment, then turns to an option trade. Okay, do not do the opposite, because if you didn't know the day trade and you were in Irene and you were at 70, 68, and you're like, well, I'll come back tomorrow. Next thing you know, it's down another $2, $3, now down to $4. That's what ends up happening. So that's why it's important to be in class, which I like to mention. Hopefully you guys enjoyed phase 1 yesterday. It's a new cycle of the classes with Josh. Remember, you got phase 2 and phase 3 that comes up with me. And, it is the best time to learn how to trade. All right, let's go back to some of the stocks that we were watching at. So we got our big pop right here. Yes, Nabil is just saying, if you guys, anyone's still in it, this thing is just doing fabulous right now. The RZLV. Now, I did mention, let me bring this up really quick right here, because we have some people watching online right now on social media, And let me, and this is where a lot of you on social media are going to realize why you've been around for so long and why you're trading backwards. Okay. So I'm going to give you a little training, and hopefully everybody already knows this. But if you look right here, I want to bring this up. There was a very big seller right here around 8 o'clock this morning when he pulled his order right around 360. You see this big order right here showed up for 93,000. It was consolidating there. So from 8:30 till now, you had 30 minutes to jump in the stock around 270. And you could see it. Let me bring this up a little bit bigger. You had a couple of sellers out here that got filled. And that's why it's important to have level 4. And then boom, you could see how the stock, those green balls came in, transactions came in, and now we're having a nice little run. So congratulations. If anyone here has got it, is holding on to it, you are looking fabulous right now. And it's only up 31%. It's got a nice trend. It's got 9 million shares in pre-market. It's everything that we look for, which Josh was teaching you in phase 1. Because remember, what makes stocks that we want to trade tradable. If the stock's not tradable, you're part of 50% of the failure rate of the industry. Okay. So anyway, there are a couple other stocks out there I do want to touch upon. There was this one that's moving, but I didn't like the move on it. It's not really going anywhere. This is another one. These are basically same stock, just a different stock trend. Ugly stocks not moving. AMCI is moving a little bit okay. It's a new company. It's a new robotics. We traded the stock yesterday too. It did really well in the after hours. I don't know, just coming out earnings or something, but I forgot to mention, we did trade this early in the morning of $4 and it did go to $8. It was a fabulous stock right here. Absolutely great stock. She is moving up again. Now remember, I forgot to mention one other stock. iRobot, right? Hopefully it doesn't become like an iRobot stock, okay? That thing got hammered. So we don't want to get involved with the stock. Don't trust these stocks, okay? So be very, very careful with it. All right. What else we got going on here? So this is the one that we just found that we know is going up. This one had a nice little push, but it's coming back down. I'm going to pass on that one. Riley moved up pretty nicely too, but she's kind of flat. That was all moved from yesterday. VERO is kind of flat. We'll see how she opens up, but she was a big move yesterday. She's kind of flat right now. This one's trending down. This is what I'm worried about. This is what I'm worried about going into the holiday season. It's kind of slow. We're getting all these. Look, we're already down to 13%. ITON, nothing really good there. Not at all. Losers, I didn't see anything good. This thing's down to 40%, but this is the thing that was up from yesterday. Nothing there. This was up big the last couple of days. Now she's trending down. There's nothing really good there. New York Stock Exchange, I didn't see anything good there either. Nothing really attractive. KOLD is going up. That means Boyle is probably tanking. Remember, it's the opposite. Wow, Boyle is getting close to the big support levels right here. All right. I would keep an eye on Boyle. Let's see if she holds there. But yeah, that's you know what the crazy about this stock? They keep doing reverse splits at reverse splits. Yeah, iRobot filed bankruptcy. Yeah, Wendy. Let me bring it up for some of you to see what happened with iRobot. So was it IRBT, right? There you go. So iRobot took a nasty hit. You could see we had fun trading in December. It ran from about $1.70 all the way up to a whopping big resistance levels around 545. And by the way, this is just bad luck. This is just bad luck with getting caught in it, but this was definitely a short squeeze. Trust me, somebody knew they were in bankruptcy, okay? You just don't go into bankruptcy, all right? It's not like he showed up in Vegas and took all the money and put it on black and lost, okay? It was all in the working. Something's going to go on. You probably hear something about this in the future. Somebody did something. By the way, on AMCI, the seller just got filled right here, which is a good sign, right around 12, okay? So big order just got filled right there. All right. Anything else in there? Nothing much. All right. So not a big list, okay, for a Tuesday, but it's okay. We always find something will be moving. So let's get ready for the market opened up. All right. Remember, Thursday we have open house. I am going to be doing one on Thursday night. So if you're watching this, You can't join us during the day, maybe watch a recording, I will be back here and be doing a typical how to trade the markets on Thursday night too. We do it once a month, so hopefully we'll see you there. And also, if anyone is interested in level 4, I just got an email from Bookmap on a holiday special. So if anyone is interested in that promo code, please email me at fausto@ctucorp.com. So if anybody, I know some of you guys were emailing me and you didn't get that promo code. So if you want to get that 50% discount on level 4, like I said, drop me a quick email and I'll get that over to you. Okay, guys? Very important everybody gets it. Good luck, everybody. Happy trading. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. For anyone here watching social media, you can use that QR code that I'm going to post up here on the screen, or you can actually just go to, if you could just click on www.ctu.co/free. All right. Good luck, everybody. See you in about 15 minutes. All right. Everyone else, we'll be back here every morning at 9 and at 2:30. Good luck, everybody.